Unreal Tournament follows the story of Zan, a miner from the Leander Corporation, who gets a little bit scrambled in the head when humans don't act right. And they're abusing their robots. So I absolutely feel like this was one of the IPs that anyone my age has had an experience with. Anyone a little bit older has definitely had more experiences than I have, but Unreal Tournament was the PvP game for me and all my friends growing up. Just getting into there, shooting each other in wild mania. So to see this full-fledged story, I think this is what this series is about. To really bring life and personality and charm into a video game. And in my mind, F Concord. Like, why didn't they come out with a new Unreal Tournament? Jeez, that would have been awesome. Zan
True.
is definitely the shining star. And he's become the hero of my heart. Oh my god, what an awesome leader. What did you guys think of the episode? I'm obviously just gushing all about it because I think it's so great. Um, go Zan. I'm Team Zan. How did you guys feel? Do you think Zan was in the right, or they should have just smashed that robot off of the beginning? And we'll start with Nads this time.
Yeah, sure. So it's kind of funny because I saw trailer today about it's called the robot or something like that, but like it has that same idea or concept basically. So and like playing Unreal Engine, like sorry, Unreal Tournament before, like it just yeah, like it's a good. I like that story. It was a good story. It just like show like those robots being oppressed and being used for wrongly, technically, and like one rebelling against the human, saying no. We're something. We're not only robots, mindless robots. Yeah.
Exactly. Do you think Zan deserved justice, or do you think they should have just crushed him? SPG, what are your thoughts? SPG, he may have stepped away. Maker
Mm.
of Chaos. How did you
Sorry
feel
about that.
about? Uh,
Oh,
oh, no
you
worries.
back?
You want to go?
Yeah, do you wanted me to talk about Unreal?
Unreal Tournament, the
Listen,
rise of
man, that
Zan.
droid, anything that's subjugated has a will to break free. Okay, so I was rooting for the droid as well. But where I get a little confused here is, was this always the story? Was this always the narrative of Unreal Tournament? Like, I just figured it would have been like a whole bunch of prisoners that were fighting against each other to get freedom or something. Like, but instead it was a robot, like AI sentiency that was trying to break free from this arena. Like I don't know, it was a little confusing to me, but Unreal has a awesome spot in my heart. So I'm with you, Rue. I can't believe they haven't released something on this front for a little bit.
Yeah, and it was funny because I did some reading myself back after I watched the episode because I was like, wow, Zan is my new hero. Um, and it actually is the story of the very first Unreal tournament, and you have to go through all of these robots, and Zan was the first winner of the Unreal tournament. So, pretty
Ah,
cool.
that's funny.
Pretty cool that they literally took that story and then they put it into this one. But it gave me a new spot in my heart for the AI bots we fight in games. I'll tell you
Hey,
that.
maybe they're gonna remake Unreal Tournament 1. Maybe that's
Uh,
that's the plot line, right?
I
So
think Unreal Tournament decided to make Fortnite, and I think it's going to be hard for them to turn around on
yeah.
that. Maker, how did you feel about Zan and his uprise? Are you Team Human or you Team
Um,
Zan?
well, I think ultimately is the human's downfall. Like when you broadcast this thing worldwide, and then those systems get hacked. Like it just, I feel like the humans kind of fell for that on their own regard. Um, it's just stupidity on them. Um, I think they are somewhat justified because I mean, especially if the robots have sentience. Um, it for some reason it just like it very much just immediately makes me think of like District 9. with like the aliens, where
Yeah,
like
I
Oh
could
yeah,
see
that was
that.
human,
good.
humans abused them and stuff like that. And since they were without their leader, without the head, they just kind of took it. And it was until that one human who was turning into the one, like, basically fought back and sent the mothership back. And that's kind of like, it's one of those like cliffhanger endings, just like this was, where like the upload completed. And I did really like it. It was definitely one of the better ones. It just feels like one of those stories that I've seen like multiple times.
Yeah, and we've all seen this story, right? It's the main plot of Star Wars. Um, but I think seeing this through the eyes of a robot may be a little bit different, but and then especially through the lens of a video game that you only know in kind of PvP action. So I will say, nowadays all stories are kind of ripped from like, 5 to 6 essential plot lines, and
True.
um, but it is cool for me to to relate to it on a firsthand experience with Unreal Tournament. Um, I was doing more research. They made a movie. Oh my god, I should go back and watch the movie.
Yeah, while you're doing that, I was like looking
Oh,
it up, and it talked about in the first game the human and Scarred War, which I don't know what that means.
when did they made the movie?
Yeah.
Mining was the primary method of financing the war, was unpopular with the working class who grew weary of the working conditions of the war.
Well, all in all, this was definitely one of my top episodes. I still think about Zan. And I think he's a badass AI robot, and he makes me think different. So the Rise of Zan, I'm all here for it. So definitely would recommend that one. The next